Today we're going to start on something a lot different. It's not pulling the transmission for the 15th time on the GTO. It's not driving it around. We're actually going to be installing EFI on this Chevelle. It's a 454 SS, original SS, super rare color. It was a Carolina special order color. They had these cars sitting in the dealership turnstile. It's really unknown how many there were made, super rare. We're putting on a Holley Sniper with Hyper Spark coil and distributor, and a EFI tank as well. So it's going to have a fuel pump in the tank, the Sniper, all of the stuff that goes with it. So it should be a pretty easy, fun install. It's going to be something way different than we normally have on the channel. We're used to the GTO and supercharger stuff, so it'll be different. It'll be fun. So, working on the tank. It was a drop-in tank, we thought, but apparently we got to do a lot of math. And as you guys know, I became a truck driver because I was not good at math. But we're doing some formulas. We're figuring out the pump depth. So the next thing, we have to figure out the float depth so that the fuel gauge works. So that's next. I need to heat up the hose here so I can put the fuel pump on, and then we'll work on the sending unit after that. Alright, up here we got the Sniper unit installed, got the fuel pressure regulator sitting there, got the distributor in, couldn't get it to drop all the way down. We mounted the Hyper Spark. So now we just kind of have a lot of like little things. We need to run the fuel lines, and then run the wiring, get everything working, and then we should be good. Well, we called it quits for day 2. So far, we got the complete fuel system in, we got the fuel tank back up. I put the wiring on over there, it's not finalized yet, but we got the fuel system plumbed, got the return line ran safely. Just need to wire it up a little bit, and then it's time to fire it up. We're gonna go out to eat. We might come back and mess with it a little bit when it's cooler, and we'll probably try to start it up tonight, make sure there's no fuel leaks, make sure everything's timed right, and good to go. Alright, we got back from dinner, started messing with some wiring. We're pretty much ready to throw the battery on it, and I need to test a few of the leads in the back to figure out which one is power and tack and ground. Then we're going to need to extend the harness because I believe we're going to run it through the front and then to the battery post. Yeah, I guess we could run it to the rear. I don't know. We'll figure that part out in the morning. We need to run the fuel pump power, and then we should be ready to at least prime it to see if we have any fuel leaks. Alright, so we spent the rest of the day, this is day 3, on kind of buttoning everything up, trying to get the wires as cleanly ran as we can. We put, you know, nice wire sheathing on a lot of the colored wires, kind of try to get them out of the way. Fuel lines are good. I went back and switched the feed and return just for my own sake. The return has less PSI. And then Liz is under here tidying up the wiring for the handheld unit. That's over there by the cup holder. I think it looks perfect there. She's getting the excess wiring taken care of. Fuel tank's in. So for a drop-in fuel tank, they say ready to run. It sure does take a lot of custom parts and a lot of time, a lot of not ready to run. If I had to rate that on a scale of ready to run, it'd probably get a 2. But we got it all done. Got the pump in, got it wired up. The Holley kit is The Holley kit, I would give I give an 8 out of 10 with the parts that you need to do it. We did have to make a run to the parts store just about every day, a few times here and there, but some of it wasn't the kit's fault, some of it was us, but then again, some of it was the kit, you know. But it is a very, very nice kit. It's very well thought out, let's put it that way. So we should be ready to try to fire it up soon.
First startup. Yes. Red, orangish, yellowish, reddish. Definitely not green. Yeah, I just don't know what color it should be, but it's definitely like a yellowish, reddish color.
Cut it off right now? No, just leave it on there. Alright, we got 55087. Alright, I'm gonna take a picture of that.
Yeah.
Alright, we gotta tell it which one you got. Can't prime with no fuel.
Ooh, true.
You have it on, but not started, right? Okay. Just a little Holley. Okay, cool. All right, so let me start checking for fuel. That's good. That's good. Alright, go ahead and turn it off. One of these is leaking. Over here. Alright.
Sick.
Yeah. It's to be expected.
Yeah, there's a clamps just won't go any tighter.
It's
or
not
maybe.
the clamp, it's the fitting.
Oh, okay, okay. There's some big wrenches over there.
On this side.
Did you already try to tighten that side down?
I think so. Alright, you can turn it off. Go too crazy with it. Alright, go ahead and prime it.
out of the corner of my eye, it looked like it did. But
alright, go ahead and turn it off. Alright, we're gonna have to take this off and put some thread sealing on that. It's already way too tight. I think we're good there. Let me check the fuel tank.
Alright, here we go.
Alright, try it.
Just a little bit past 1 on the idle.
Flip it a little bit. Turn it off.
is it getting stuck?
Yeah, we gotta recalibrate the throttle position. Alright, crank still on but not start. Alright. You think it might be the return spring?
It might, that throttle might be.
That's what I was wondering about, but when I ran over there, it looked normal, but I obviously wasn't looking at it before I turned it off.
We put it to go to 1,000, right?
Right.
And that's where it was idling.
A little bit past 1,000.
Okay. All right, first drive. Oh, is that the one down across the light? Yeah. That's good. Probably slower streets until we
Exactly.
figure the whole car out.
Everybody will want to come and get on your ass.
This has a shift kit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I felt that engagement of the gear pretty stiff.
Oh yeah. Well, that's not Christmas tree flying around.
Yep, fuel pressure regulator is leak free still. Whew, man. solid chop? Yeah, so it's right around 900.
Yeah.
In gear. Oh yeah. It's got a healthy chop.
That little breeze there feels damn good.
Yeah.
I tell you, it's been 3 hot fucking days. Everything looking good?
Yep. Yep, just keeping an eye on, see if I see any drips. But no, we should be good. Alright, so we spent the last few days fighting RFI issues, and it turns out there was a few spark plug wires that were burnt on the header. So I think we got it all nailed down. Yeah, it drops back down to idle so quick. Yeah, it seems to be running really healthy now. It was a little rough when some spark plugs were arcing on the headers, of course, but film good parts or bad parts, right? Alright, so we got the Sniper EFI screen mounted there. We're going to go for a little spin around the block, see how she does. It has not hiccuped yet. So before it was like maybe 5 minutes into idling, but it makes sense. Because there was a few plug wires that were a little crispy. They weren't quite burnt yet. But this one loops around, right?
Yes.
Okay. We're just going on a safe drive to where we're not on the main street.
How do we have a foot on it?
Yeah. Yeah, we can adjust that idle blade once we get back.
No problem.
We'll try that. Yeah, cruising AFRs are pretty good. Could probably even stand to lean it out a tiny bit, but
We just want to make sure everything.
yeah, just get a good drive in. You can definitely feel that shift kit.
Some cruise control.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's definitely idling up a little high, so we gotta do some adjusting, but we can never get it to stay running long enough to get to the throttle adjustment. So if you guys have a Sniper EFI system that you're putting on an older car, start with the plug wires first and then go from there. There's tons of resources if you search for what to do, and we did them all.
That's my buddy.
Oh yeah, the other
Look at the 2 cars in the driveway.
what do we got? Oh, okay, a Cobra and a Camaro.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we gotta get it. They say to adjust the throttle after you've given it a drive, not just idling in the garage. So we can do that, and then I think you're gonna be good. Yeah, we did everything on the list. We were waiting for spark plugs to come, or spark plug wires to come in. So we did everything else on the list. We tried taking the alternator belt off to make sure there was no interference. It still sputtered, and the way that you can easily tell is the throttle position sensor goes negative, and if you pull up a log, then you'll see negative time. So the data points go back in time, so that's a clear indication that you're getting some radio frequency interruption or interference, whatever you want to call it. But we tried taking the alternator belt off. I ran the pink wires to a relay on their own that got triggered by the ignition, so it was a clean power. And then come to find out, as we were taking the plugs off, there were some crispy ones that had some splits, so I'm sure the electricity was dancing all over, and that was our issue. But that first drive, we made it all the way over to 7-Eleven, fueled, and got back before it was an issue. But I guess that's how long it took for the spark plug wires to melt or get crispy. All right, so we tuned the throttle body blades. It is kind of a cold start, but it is chopping. Idling about 950, 900, or sorry, 850, 900-ish. She's loving life. It's ready to party.